with your host, Cheryl Borden.
In a very small bathroom, which is a very common problem in any urban area.
Yeah, very small usually.
It's very small. This is shower, there's no tub, there wasn't room for a tub. But on the flooring, if you use large format tiles and you angle them, it'll actually make the space seem bigger. So if you run planks front to back, it's going to make your room seem longer.
Right.
If you run them side to side, it's going to make it seem wider. And then if you run it on the diagonal, it widens and lengthens the room.
I've seen places where they were at a diagonal, but it was usually a large entry or something. I wouldn't have thought about using a big design in a bathroom.
And that is a misnomer where people think, oh, it's a small bathroom, I have to use small tiles.
Right.
But it's a thing with all those grout lines. Every time you see a grout line, that's your eye, stop, 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 stop. And if you just see much bigger tiles and maybe there's only 6 or 8 of them, your eye just flows across the floor and seems more spacious. And same thing with the glass shower. Instead of having a corner shower jutting out, you chop it so it's angled, and that helps keep the flow open as well. And for little small dining areas, you can use cabinetry floor to ceiling, and that's going to increase your ceiling height. And the thing about this is it's all monochromatic, using the dark colors of the cabinetry and using the dark island. All the color just flows, and the floors are dark. So actually, this is something a lot of people don't know, is dark floors actually recede. So your floors will actually feel more spacious if you do a dark color, because the floor is dropping away.
And I would have thought maybe using the black or a dark gray or whatever would make it seem so much smaller.
Yeah, well, you know, it's also because we have these wonderful glass windows that lets in the light.
Okay.
I mean, if you
That's
have
probably counters it, doesn't it?
You do need to take into consideration what else is going on. If you don't have any windows in the room and you did everything black,
a tomb.
that probably wouldn't be advisable.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
And then this
I love this.
Oh, thank you.
I love these colors.
And then this last example is, it's a very contemporary space. There's no molding or trim. It's very straightforward. So it's very architectural, and there's very sharp lines. So by doing this built-in banquette, instead of doing
it softens it, doesn't it? That's why I like
You're
that.
hired.
I'm hired. Good.
That's right. So instead of having a sharp right angle, by creating this curve, it just softens the flow.
It does.
And then the other trick is, if you notice outside the window, there's all this greenery.
Yes.
If you bring in a color from outside that's visible from your room and use it as a major color, as here, so we have all the greenery, and I use...
So it just extends the room indoors, outdoors.
Because
that's a great idea.
Because it feels like the patio is really part of your living space.
Now, one other question. What about lighting? Is it true that if it's a smaller space you need more lighting, or what's the secret there?
That's a great question. So when I said the cabinetry, if you go all the way up to the ceiling, it makes it seem taller.
Right.
If you drop the cabinetry from going all the way to the top, it will make your ceiling seem shorter. But if you put recessed lighting on top and light up the ceiling, that lifts up the ceiling.
I can see how it would do that.
So uplighting is really important if you want to increase the height of your ceiling.
And it seems like more and more of the newer houses that I've been in have that, is it called cove lighting or something? And it does.
Yes.
It just looks like it goes on forever.
Yes, exactly.
And some of the rooms aren't all that big.
Cove uplighting is an excellent way to increase the space in your room.
Well, these are great examples. I can see how people would want to apply these if they had a small space especially, and make it seem larger. Thank you very much, Kimball.
Thank you so much, Cheryl. It was great to be here.
Thank you.